he forgot Peter.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So the thing is, his interactions with everyone else should still be there, which doesn't make any sense.
I still want him to become a villain, though.
It's like they need.
still want him to become a villain.
That's one thing that bugged me about the movie. Just because they forgot who Peter was,
right?
Did that erase all the actions that happened with Peter, or did that just erase Peter from those memories of those actions?
So one of the prevailing theory is that. So here's the prevailing theory, at least as far as I've seen. So the way that spell works is, okay. So this is a really, really nerd thing. So
they're gonna forget you.
Well, no. So
quit trying to change my spell, Peter.
Do you know a lot about? You probably don't know this a lot about because I'm a fucking nerd. But so at Disney World theme parks and Disneyland, I believe, if there are areas that they don't want people to go to, they paint it a certain green color that they literally call "go away green." And what it does to
green is not an inviting color.
Well, this particular shade of green, normally green is, but this is like a grayish green, but it's literally called go away green, and they engineered it because when most people look at this paint color, their brain like disassociates and it just doesn't notice and it wants to look somewhere else. Like the color doesn't register. So the prevailing theory is that they basically did go away green on Peter Parker in everybody's mind. So like if their mind starts to drift to a memory, it just goes away. And like if it would be, so this would be like if they asked MJ and Ned why they were at the Statue of Liberty, they'd be like, "Oh, there were villains here," and
Is this your opinion? Did you read something on this?
No, I read something on this.
Okay.
This is the prevailing theory, and it makes the most sense to me. So like if you were to walk up to Ned and be like, "Why were you at the Statue of Liberty?"
Works. Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah, be like, why were you at the Statue of Liberty? And he'd be like, "Well, there were villains from another universe, and Doctor Strange was there, and he had to, but he wouldn't remember certain details, like he wouldn't be able to remember certain details because,
like if the conversation had Peter in it.
Well, he wouldn't remember Peter.
No, that's what I mean. So like if he was talking with Peter, or anything was happening with Peter, they were trying to help him. Like, why were we there?
Like his mind would literally go away from it. He wouldn't be able to remember. Now, theoretically, you could force his.
You should have liked the fucking video.
Yeah, no shit. So theoretically, if you have the ability to control somebody's mind, you could force him. You could force his mind to dig into those memories. Theoretically,
that's the thing. These memories are still in their head.
They're there. That's what the prevailing theory is.
So the thing is, since Doctor Strange made that spell, he can make another spell to make them one person remember without hurting the universe. You would think.
Well, I don't know about that because the whole reason that spell came up is because everybody had to forget who Peter Parker. And not only did they have to forget Peter Parker was Spider-Man, they had to forget who Peter Parker
and
was.
Another thing is, Doctor Strange's sympathy towards Peter. Basically saying, I don't want to do this to you.
Yeah.
At first, he was okay with it. And then...
Well, but that was just making people forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man in one universe. Oh. Now he had to amend the spell so that everybody... So here's the other thing.
That's right.
So everybody had to forget who Tom Holland's Peter Parker was.
Can't leave well enough alone, can they?
Nope.